Hi guys, my name is Chalice and welcome to our podcast season on YouTube channel, and you can check the YouTube channel of the Sefeo. Alright, tonight we have the guest and her name is Hani. Hi Hani. How are you
Hello,
doing?
Chalice.
How are you doing?
I'm so, I guess.
Well, alright. So tonight we are gonna talk about expressing feelings. Alright.
Yeah, sure.
As a human, we all have the feelings. Either it is like the pleasant feelings and also unpleasant feelings. Well, I guess for any particular ways and also any particular feelings, we we have to share. I mean, we have to express the feelings about like the feelings. It is like the unpleasant feelings. We need to share it, because if you don't share it, and sometimes we tend to keep it just by ourselves, and it's gonna make us like burn out. So that's why we need some people, or either it is your friends, and either it is your family members that you can tell, that you can share your feelings. Well, so I want to ask you the question, Hani. The first question.
Okay.
All right. Nowadays, lately, how do you feel? How are your feelings?
I feel overwhelmed. I mean,
Mm-mm.
yeah, can't complain. I have tons on my plate right now, so yeah, it's just like I'm trying to handle them each by them as well as I could, but I couldn't lie that this is so overwhelming for me.
All right. So when you got like lots of things on your plate and you are really overwhelmed with your feelings, how do you express your feeling, like to calm down your mind, to calm down your feelings?
I think I try to have self-talk, like asking what do I need, what do I want, how I'm gonna react, something like that. And this is really good session though. Lately what I do is like distracting myself maybe with something that is productive. For example, reading and watching, listening to musics, doing sports, and what else? Praying maybe, and crying is a good thing too, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. When we are dealing with the problems, and we don't have like the friends, the family members that we can share the feelings. Like we need, if we need to cry, just cry, because when you cry, and then after that, I feel like your feelings more peaceful, and also you feel like calmer.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, do you the person that really easily to express your feeling to other people? It is not the other people that you don't really close to. I mean, the other people that really, the friends really close to you.
Yes, I think by aging, by being adult, I become like wiser in controlling what I supposed to say and what I supposed to express. And so far, I don't really have problems with that. But if you can say that, if you categorize me, I think I couldn't really like hide my feeling, especially when I have problems with someone. I mean, I tend to say it directly, and I tend to like tell what's going on, because I always position them as myself. If I made mistakes to someone, I expect that person to tell me what is my mistakes, whether I could fix it, something like that.
Yeah, I see. So when you try to tell your friends and also you try to understand the feeling of your friends, do you find that your friends would tell their problems to you? I mean, to share the problems to you as well, and it's gonna be like they are really trust you.
Yeah, true. I agree.
Yeah, yeah. And if you are in the like you are facing the problems and also you are facing the, how do I say that, like unpleasant situation.
Mm-hmm.
uh if you don't have the friends or the family members that really understand you, what do you usually do? What do you
So
usually do? Yeah.
I try to find new friends. Maybe if I really necessary to like share about my feelings, I think I'm gonna go online and find someone because to be the person we really want, or someone who can understand us carefully and so right. It doesn't have to be someone close. It doesn't have to be someone that know us for a very long time. It just need to be someone that is willing to give us their time, try to listen, and then what is it? Like try to put themselves on our shoes so they could understand what we actually feel, right?
Yeah, that's right. All right. Telling about putting ourselves in other people issues. Uh, do you feel like do you have the feelings like the when people or your friends telling you the problems? Do you feel the energy as well?
Yeah, of course.
Hmm?
Yeah, as if someone asked me to listen their story or something like that, of course it took my some of my energy to understand what they feel, to really understand them, their problems, what they supposed to act. But I so far I don't really have problems with that. I mean, the purpose of us living on earth is to get help and to help others, right? That's
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's all about time. Sometimes we help others, sometimes we need help from others, and that is fine, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. As just be a human beings.
Yep.
All right. So, if you have the friends that are really like difficult to express the feelings, uh, what what is your advice to them?
Firstly, I will not give my advice if they don't really ask, because sometimes people share their problems just to find someone to clearly and carefully listen. Because nowadays finding someone who could really listen to us, to our problems, to what we're facing, we barely find them. So if someone asks me to like listen to their problems, or they choose me as the place of them sharing the problems, I would shut my mouth until they ask me the advice.
Okay.
If they ask me the advice, then I'm gonna try.
Do you like advising people?
Generally speaking, yes, but I will not do it until they ask.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So can you read the feelings of other people just by uh I mean like the situation and also the
Yes.
action that they are doing?
Mm-hmm.
You can read it. Oh.
I think
Okay.
yes. Yes, I can, but some people are just not being honest sometimes. Yeah, there was a moment where I clearly could see someone is upset with some other people, but then I asked this person, like, you seem very upset today. to him or her why and what's going on, something like. But they're just not being honest, saying that no, I'm fine. You're just misreading, something like that. This is just my real expressions. Oh, come on. It's like if I am like if it was my first meeting with that person, that I'm not gonna say that. But sometimes it is like been several times meeting with this person, so I know exactly when this person is happy or sad or upset, because there are someone that we met for several times. Of course it makes some difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so some people are just not being honest. If they ignore or neglect the feeling that is totally seen by the others, then I'm just gonna stop right there. Like, okay then. Because that's no longer our job. They're not being open unless it becomes more serious, like they are depressed or something like that. Then we need to take some actions to prevent some like unwanted decisions. Because last year or this year, I forgot, but I have my college friends, my classmates committed suicide.
Why?
So she had problems that she couldn't solve it, maybe, or she maybe don't have someone to talk to, that she finally decided to commit suicide. I think this news is becoming national issues. Yeah, I could share or forward you the news after this, but unfortunately I don't want to like mention the name. But she's a victim of sexual harassment. She got pregnant by her boyfriend, which is a police.
Okay.
He's a police.
Yeah.
You knew
Yeah,
that.
I just realized it. I just realized it that I knew the news.
Yeah, so she's my friend. We're not really close, but I know that she's an amazing person, and she knew me. We had a good connection as a friend, but unfortunately I feel very sad by the moment, because I didn't know that this kind of things happened to her, because this happened after COVID-19, I guess. And by the time I was already back to my city, to Jakarta, so I'm no longer in Malang by the moment. Yes, so yeah, we don't really talk, we lost contact. But all I know is she's so much energetic and smart. She was just trapped in the love that she thought it was pure, but it's not.
Yeah. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe this news also teach me something, that we need to be more sensitive about our surroundings.
That's right. Do you feel like regret something talking about your friends that you already tell to me?
No, this is something we all could learn from, I guess. And I'm totally believe that she is in a better place now, and she's also happy by the accident that she was in. We could all read the story of hers, and we could learn something from it.
Yeah, that's right. I'm learning as well from her.
Yeah, me too.
Well, talking about expressing feeling, it is like related to our type of personality, right? So what type personality of you are?
Speaking of personality, I think if I take some Mbti test, do you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, but I forgot. I think my results was like ESTP, I guess.
ESTP. So you are an extrovert. an extrovert?
Yeah, I could say that some parts of me seeking to be an extrovert, but I think it also depends on the situations. But maybe, yeah, terms of testing, they decided that I'm an extrovert. But I think being extrovert and introvert is more than that. It's about being wise of how you handle the situations, right?
Yes.
It doesn't. It is not really important to like decide whether you are extrovert or introvert. What's important is to fit in whatever situations you are in, to be like as well as you could, adapting into the situations and win your positions. Sato.
That's right. That's right. Actually, like as I believe that being an introvert, it is really hard to the extrovert one to share the problems to the other people. I mean, if they are not close to the friends, to the people, they tend just be silent because they don't want any other people to know their problems, their feelings, because sometimes they are just being an overthinker. Yeah, even for the heavy situation, they don't really share it to other people because sometimes they observe the feelings of the other people that they want to tell. I mean, like if they feel, if they can like observe this person is not in the situation that I can share the feelings, like the heavy feelings, because she or he is in the situation that is not really pleasant to them. But
yes.
for some extroverts, I don't really know actually. But as I learn about the extrovert one, they are really easily to express the feeling to any other people because they are really good at socializing, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But each personality has its challenging, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, what is your challenge? Talking about your personality.
To shut my mouth when it is not necessary to talk, maybe. Yeah, in the family situations, like I couldn't, when I see something bad, situations or whatever that is, when I see something bad and not in the place that where it's supposed to be, or when I see someone bully the others, for example, I couldn't stay silent. I tend to speak up. I tend to defend something like that. I tend to do some kind of advocating things. But sometimes people just couldn't accept that. People will think like, that's not your business, you should shut up, something like that. So yeah, it's still debatable, but so far my decision is still, as long as I think I have reasons to do something and I believe that is the good thing I could do, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna care about what people think.
That's great.
Because by the end of the day, I believe in afterlife, like the life after the apocalypse. I believe there will be some kind of a judgment day by our God.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, by our God. And in that moment, what I'm gonna do is like being responsible for every little thing that I have done on earth. So this is how I act. This is how I am being responsible about what I'm gonna say to my God later on. Because I believe being silent when you're supposed to speak is also not a good thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. All right. So, what do you think? Like, if you find the person or people that they feel like if they share the feelings, or especially for the situation that is not really good, if they share the feelings, they feel they are gonna trouble the people that they tell about the problems. What do you think about that?
So sorry, would you like to repeat? I'm not getting your
Alright.
question.
All right, what do you think if there is a person or people that they tend to keep the feelings by themselves because they feel if they tell it to any other people, they think that they are gonna troubling them.
Okay, so what is the real question?
All right. I just asking your opinion actually, because in particular ways, some people would tend to keep the feelings by themselves and don't like to share the feelings to any other people.
Okay.
Because they feel like if they tell the feelings, for example, like
People gonna judge them.
like people are gonna judge them, but in this case, they are feeling that if they tell the feelings like in the unpleasant situations, they feel that they are gonna trouble the people that they tell.
Yep.
You got it?
I think this is also the reason why I am becoming this person, I guess. Because
Really?
when I was a child, I always tell my family about everything, literally everything. Even when I fell down, even when I met new people, if I make new friends, if I have homework, I tell my parents, my family, everything. But by when I enter the college, I live alone, right? And then I somehow spend several months and years living in other countries as well for education purpose. It makes my connection with my family a little bit having some gaps, and sometimes when I got back home, I found several things that they don't tell me. For example, when my little brother have like some school problems, by why, like he didn't do the homework, so the parents were called by the school and then they come there, something like that. These kind of things they don't really talk to me, because I was away, and also because maybe they think it's just gonna be too much for me to know about it. So as long as they could handle by themselves, they keep it away from me. But I don't know if this is the reason why I'm changing. I think no, it's because I tend to like control or manage everything by myself because I was away. So now when I'm back to my family, I feel like this is too much of negotiation, even for having meal, even for wearing dresses when we go out. For example, we sometimes discuss about what kind of dress that we're gonna wear. It's just too much because I was living alone and everything was settled when I'm alone. I could decide everything by myself. So when I go back, I think this kind of thing is just too much. So some news or some feelings that I thought it's gonna be like not so important for them, I just like kept that away as long as I could handle by myself. But this is becoming more serious when I think some important things, when I think I supposed to, or when some people think I supposed to share that with my family, I didn't. Yeah, I don't really know the reason why, but maybe it's just like how I'm being comfortable by myself, I guess. Nothing serious, but it's just like maybe this is the adult process,
Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so the next one I'm gonna ask, like, do you have the experience that really, when you are in the worst situation that really makes you sad? What do you usually do?
Okay. Crying, first of all. I think I'm so much emotional. Even, when I watch movies which is sad, or maybe nothing happens, it's just like I'm being overthinking about something. I could cry easily. or maybe I remember some sad moment, or I'm watching even sad advertisement. Thailand
Yeah.
advertisement is so emotional, right? So I could just
Yeah.
cry right away. So I think crying is really healthy for me, and that's
Mm.
the first thing I'm gonna do when I face something I couldn't really handle. But the next thing is talk to someone I trust, I guess.
Okay.
My friends, my close ones, and was trying to solve the solutions by
Okay.
clearly pointing out what is actually the problems, because sometimes we are just overthinking. Sometimes there is no problem, we're just overthinking. That's why we couldn't solve the problems, because there is no problem at all. Right.
That's right. Because
So that's
be-
why it is important. It is important to point out what is actually the problem.
okay, yeah, that's right. Because the problem, when the problem is created, the solution is, there is the solution as well, right?
Yeah.
Uh, okay, so okay, talking about crying, what do you think when some people say that boys
Never
don't cry?
cry. Okay.
Yeah, boys don't cry, boys never cry. What do you think about it?
I totally disagree. I mean, crying has nothing to do with gender. Crying is genderless. If that's the case, baby, what is it? Baby boys will never cry by the time they were born, but they do cry. So
Yeah,
because
yeah, that's right.
cry has nothing to do with gender.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So lately, what kind of feeling do you feel lately?
I feel relief after talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I feel better, I guess.
Wow.
This is the proof, right? Where we could get better not only from someone that close to us, but also someone that clearly know about that. Time is almost up. Zaki said.
Ah, yeah. All right. So that is it. Okay. As in conclusion that I got from what you have shared. I guess that we all have different ways to express the feelings, and
Yes.
I believe what is that, like the feelings that we feel right now. If you have the friend and you feel like you want to tell them, just tell them, because you don't know their reaction, because you haven't told them. You haven't told them.
True.
Yeah. Okay, so that is it for tonight. Thank you so much, honey.
Yeah, thank you so much, Salis. Hope we could be a good friend after this.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next podcast. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching the video of our podcast tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave the comment. Leave the comment in the comment section below, and see you in the next season. Bye bye.